Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be playing Automatic Trans Operations of Greater Figglehorn. What is this? We're making a station better, please execute Stardust. They're remodeling Fart. Interesting, I didn't even know that. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing, which is that we're going to every station in the game. That's a pink line platform, we don't want that I think. These are going to be blue line platforms or something. Yeah. So, we want to take a train going to Aquino. And there's no train to Aquino. There must be somewhere else to get a train to Aquino. Is there really no train to Aquino? Wait, no, you can't get a train to Aquino out of here, sorry. We're going on a Sunset Mall West train to 441 Street, 441st Street, you could say as well. And then we're going to get an Aquino train. So that's what's happening for the first part of this episode. Sunset Mall train should be due now, which means it's coming very soon. There it is. Here we are. First station. Well, not really. I guess it is the first station of the episode because we start here. This is episode 5, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Next stop is Zoo District. Here we are. That's the red train, only one in a server. Don't know if you guys know. Here we are at Zoo District. Well, we got it now. That's the first station of this episode. Next stop is 441st Street Junction. That's where we're getting off. Also, it's technically 441st Street Junction, which is kind of weird. This station got reworked last update 1.3. Great update, by the way. Now it's an absolutely amazing station, best station in the game, based on built by Fuji1, based on Racevine Scepter Broad Street line. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I've got no clue what that is. Trains to Oscar H and Aquino are here, so there's nothing stopping us. Let's go here. Let's see. So apparently Aquino services are still limited service, even though they're not actually. There's no information boards down here. That's a bit of a problem. 3 minutes. So I think you know the drill by now. It does actually seem it's a special service. I think you know the drill by now. I'll be back when there's a train. Alright, a train's now arriving. It's a blue train, which means it's a train. It's a party train, but without the decoration, which is pretty cool. And we get to ride on this. Also, pretty sure only one per server, so it's pretty cool that we get to ride this. Anyways, 441st Street. We have now got Okay. So our next stop is gonna be County Trade Center. Yeah, there it is already. This station actually used to be the station you spawned in as default. Fun fact. Now you just spawn somewhere random on the map. Literally, I spawned in T-Takanawa Gateway when I joined for this episode, so it's completely random. It's Celeste Gate already. Look how close they are. I was gonna say, did I just look away for too long or something? That was really quick. They're so close to each other. Next stop is Greenwind Street. Alright, we're now overground, which means we're now overground basically for the rest of the journey until the bit from Lycoming Street and Royston Avenue. That's a bit underground. There is Greenwind Street. Next stop is New 2nd Avenue Road. They're pretty close to each other on the map. Yeah. Not on this map, just in real life there. Well, not real life. How do you call this? In actual distance. They're really close. There we go. Lesgate and County Trade Center, though, very close stations. You can literally see almost the entire platform from the other station. That's a bit concerning, don't you think? There's another blue line train. That's the generic train. There we are, an aquarium, which has an aquarium, of course. Why wouldn't it? Silver Line is potentially where we're going soon. Just a teaser. Did we actually touch the platform? Not actually sure, I might have missed a platform. Anyways, aquarium, and then now we're going into the Aquino area, which is Aquino Royston Avenue and Aquino Lycoming Street. There's Aquino Royston Avenue. I don't actually like these stations. They copy and pasted them everywhere, but the roof looks a bit weird in my opinion. Don't like the roof too much. I'm pretty sure Lycoming Street Aquino, that was in the game before 1.3. So does that mean Urban Cavagnaro local will actually come once? Because almost everything they add is a teaser. Literally, they add so much teasers everywhere. There was probably teasers about bosses we didn't even notice. There's teasers everywhere in this game, and I do recognize the Lycoming Street actually being on trains. So that's a bit interesting. Alright, so here's Aquino. Which one is this? Aquino Lycoming Street, sorry. Don't know why I forgot. That's Aquino Portside, actually, an abandoned station, but it's so close. They're incredibly close, which probably in the law makes that shot down. Ship. We could take the ferry, but then I don't know. Think it'll be too long to get there now. Wait, we can try actually. It takes a bit long, but you know what? It's probably a good idea to take a ferry. Let's go quickly though. Here we are. On the ferry, now we just need to sit down. There we are. Perfect. Just on time as well. So this is just going to Short Bay. We're gonna go to Short Bay nonetheless. We're gonna go back down to North Ferry and up. So that wouldn't have been an efficient route at all. What is that massive structure there? Looks a bit interesting, doesn't it? We're starting to turn, which means Short Bay should be soon, hopefully. Where's Short Bay? We need to get there. Come on. This ferry is very slow. There's Short Bay, we're arriving. There we are. We're now just pulling in. Wait, how does this actually work? How are we getting out? Oh! Wait, that's actually kind of smart. That's really smart. Um, do I have to leave the other way or something? Please let me out at least. Okay. Pink line train, let's go and catch that. It's probably not gonna leave in ages anyway. Yeah, arrival. And there's another one in 2 minutes. That might be when it leaves. Finally in those 2 minutes. Alright, let's just finally leave. Oh wait, we can actually mark off Short Bay in the process while we're waiting. There's a second train pulling in. This one's a double carriage, seems like. So it's absolutely massive compared to our train. We may as well just call the next stop, actually, before we forget. And we're going. Yeah, so it's gonna stop at Delish. We need to remember to stop at every station, of course. Which are gonna be Counterblast, Upper Staffy, Grossmont Centre, and Queen's Cross. We could go to Fart, but I'm not sure. Probably I guess we can decide later. We don't have to make the decision now. Oh, wait. No, the stop. I did call the stop. I was confused. It definitely did. So, yeah. So, Upper Staffies is called now, I guess. It's not... I mean, there's no need to complain. Just... It's good, to be honest. Alright, yeah, upper Staffy is requested. This stop is only one way, so... that's why I ultimately chose this direction to go, otherwise I wouldn't have. I was planning other stuff, but then I was like, oh wait, Upper Staffy exists, and then, yeah, finally decided on doing this. Upper Staffy, yeah, it's about the size of 3 seats. 3 rows of seats. No, actually, 4. 4 rows of seats around. So, you know what? Barely a difference, let's be honest. Next stop is Grossmont Center. We can just call Queen's Cross right now. Alright. Queen's Cross is actually going to be our final Pink Line station, which is amazing. Alright, yeah, there's Queen's Cross. We're already here. And Queen's Cross has this sort of layout, which is interesting. There's even a person here going on, which is pretty cool, I guess. Anyways, Queen's Cross Purple Line is over there, so that's what we're doing. We're just gonna go to St. Appendix Hospital and end the episode there. Probably. No, actually. No, there's plenty of time left. No, we can do plenty more, actually. Now thinking about it. Looking at the time, especially. It's got like 10 minutes left. Didn't know we would do that so quickly. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 15 stations. This is number 16, so it's going amazing. That's almost 1 station a minute. So that's incredible, in fact. 1 station a minute is crazy. This is the old train. This is the new train. Difference is crazy. This new train is beautiful. Really nice train. Let's get St. Appendix Hospital. Why are we going so fast? Interesting. Okay. At least it stopped on time. Whatever. It looks like actually the tunnels are there to be extended. Right. So they haven't made a teaser that it goes further. I just wanted to see. Yeah, no. Actually, this one goes a bit further. Yeah, no. But that's interesting because I actually want the purple line to go down to Oscar H up to Ham. Gonna be kind of cool if they would add that. Hello there, Froggy. But anyways, pink line time. Let's go quickly. You never know if you'll miss a train. Yeah, 100% sure I clicked it now. Okay, you know the drill. Of course you do. See you when there's a train. Alright, the train has arrived. I did notice I was on the wrong platform. I didn't record that because why should I? Just moving platforms. So we're just going one stop to Fart, which is where we actually started this episode, but it's not where we ended. We're not doing the same thing as we did in Foam, which is, I think 3 episodes actually started in Foam or something. So yeah, that was a bit ridiculous. 2 or 3? No, I think it was 2 actually. Alright, we're now approaching. I know it would be funny to end at Fart again, but we're just gonna go all the way to Oscar H on the blue line. That's better. That's obviously going to be an Oscar H train, isn't it? It is. Okay, then maybe we do wanna, end the video here. Apparently there's one due. Yeah, there is one right here. Look at that. Perfect timing. If it wasn't that perfect, I wouldn't have even gone on. Alright. On the train, we didn't mark off Queen's Cross. I now remembered when I looked at the map. So, all we're getting is Sheldon, then Crasham, then Oscar H. Alright. Sheldon soon. Hopefully. These stations are really far apart. But Crasham is really close to Sheldon, I think it was. Oh, there's an all trains must stop here sign. Yeah, there as well. Cheldon actually, I think it got reworked in 1.3. Just slightly. Don't recognize it looking like this. Same with Crash Aim actually. I think they both got slightly reworked. But that's just what I think. I'm not sure. What's that branch there? Thought I wouldn't spot it there. What was that? Alright, Crash Aim. Let's go check that out. If you want to know what I'm doing right now, I'm pressed Shift and P, because that gives you free cam. And that's just for anyone that wanted to know. Where does this track go? Just into this wall. And often it actually continues somewhere. No, absolutely nowhere. It just ends. Interesting. I never actually noticed that. Alright, here we are on Oscar H. Why is there an upside down boss? You know what? No questions. No questions asked. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed episode 5. Let's actually mark off the 3 stations. I almost said 5. Definitely not 5 stations. Next episode, I mean, pretty sure like the only option is to get up here and do this stuff, right? Over the brown line, at least in my mind. So thank you for watching. Bye.